would go to put together a tailored marketing plan for a business?
Yeah. You said something really important there, the customer journey. So the biggest mistake that I find small businesses make, well, one of them, is that they look at the world from their perspective rather than from their customer's perspective. Mm-hmm. So much of what I do in my job is not even necessarily like marketing skills. It's literally thinking and thinking through what that customer is experiencing, what they're expecting, what they want from that purchase, and that usually drives most of my strategy. So when I build out, I guess to answer your question, when I build out a program for someone, where I'll start them is that thinking. Mm-hmm. So I want to start them with understanding who their customers are, and I'm sure probably most people listening to this have heard of personas or avatars.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a buzzword, but it's actually very, very crucial, and it's very important to get that right, to really, really understand who your customer is. And you've probably heard as well that it's really important to have a niche. Basically, what I would recommend is when you're building out your personas and when you're figuring out who your perfect customers are, which I'll talk through why that's important in a second, the more specific you can be, the better. So for me, if I was like, oh, I'm a marketer and I have Growth Sprout, I'm going to target every business owner. I'm not going to help anyone because my messaging is going to be so generic that it's not going to resonate with anyone. Yeah. And the idea is the products that I have to build will be so broad. So the best idea is to figure out, even by looking at your current customers, who in there are the best customers that you have, that you love to work with, that don't, try and get you to work for free or like push you on price or whatever, that love you, that value your time, and that you enjoy working with, and then figure out what's consistent about them and what's not. So for me, I seem to often attract female entrepreneurs, often when they're just launching for whatever reason, and so my messaging is starting to be tailored very specifically to female entrepreneurs who are in kind of their first 1 to maybe 3 or 4 years, mm-hmm. and often are self-employed, but like they work for themselves, by themselves. There's no one else in their company. That makes it much easier for me to tailor my branding, my messaging to women and to people who are very isolated, as opposed to everyone that runs a business.
And it's interesting.